Hello everyone, it's January 23rd, 2018. It's Tuesday. It's Harp Tuesday. And in today's episode, I'm just going to do a short episode talking about a little four-finger exercise that can be quite helpful. So I'm actually going to tilt this down a little bit and zoom in so that you can really see my fingers. And this is, I think I've talked about in some previous episodes, doing a up and down figure like that. But here I'm just going to specifically talk about working on 4-3-2, 1-2-3, 4-3-2, 1-2-3, up and down in a scale. So just no gap between any of the fingers, just... And this can be a really helpful exercise because it covers a lot of different things. So again, we're going 4, 3, 2, replace all the fingers, replace, so let's kind of break this down a little bit. So first of all, we get some practice, for example, just playing a scale-like figure going up. Thinking about a nice close. So the slower we do it, right, the louder we can do it, and the more we'll have a full close. At faster speeds, we maybe have the essence of a close, but it becomes a very small movement because we don't have time for anything else. For now, don't force it, but you might even find yourself touching the palm with the finger. And what we're concentrating on is this feeling of pushing the string, the contact with a string, and then this is just a follow through. So you're not trying to go and then really grip in there and create a whole bunch of unnecessary tension. The fact that the finger might hit the palm, as I say, is more of a follow through rather than pressing into that palm. So we close, close, close. And now we have to turn around. So here, great practice for placing these fingers as a unit. What we don't want to do is sneak the fingers on one string at a time, right? So and that can be something that feels in the moment maybe easier if you're sight reading through something and oh, I'll just do them one at a time. But it's actually much more efficient and great practice to really train the fingers to place as a unit when we're going down like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's think about the most efficient way we can get from this closed position to this next set of strings. So we don't want to feel like we have to open up and then come back down. If we open straight onto the strings, we don't want to brush those ringing strings, right? So we have to avoid them until the last minute. So ideally, we open pretty much heading right to the strings, but we open up maybe a little bit past the strings. Fingers are in place and then they drop down. You can hear some surface noise, right, as I'm replacing all those ringing strings. I can mask that by basically placing them at the same time as I'm playing the thumb. But if you're working on this and it's not feeling particularly comfortable, just work on being able to replace those three fingers as a unit, and don't worry if you're getting some surface noise, right? Just thinking about how efficiently can I get on there. So I'm not opening up any further. I'm not trying to get that fourth finger on late. It's just one unit down like that. So again, close, close, not pushing, right? I don't have tension here. It's effort, and it's relaxed, effort, relaxed. And again, instead of trying to maybe go like this to get on the strings, we're going to open up as much as possible directly to the string. So again, maybe just a sliver past the strings, right? So instead of opening directly where we touch the back of the string with maybe the fingernails, we're opening up and a little bit past and then just falling down. So it's not this, but we are open and then down. And again, taking your time, just this is, just working on getting this feeling nice and efficient, right? So that we're going exactly right where we want to go. Pause, open, place. Open, place. So in that case, we're not worried about maintaining a boom, 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 boom consistent beat. We're going ahead and taking time to make sure that we're doing this exactly the way we want to. One last thing to think about is the movement of the hand itself, and that is we want to try and keep it pretty neutral. Now, so if I do this, you can see, so for example, here's my wrist. There's a little bit of movement, but not a lot. So if we're all the way up here, and now we have to come back down again, how's that fourth finger supposed to get on it? It's too short now. So I have to be down here to find it. And in particular, what sometimes happens is we walk the hand down as we start playing a downwards passage. And now again, how are we supposed to get these fingers on, right? It's very, very awkward. I can't really do that. So you can allow yourself a little bit of movement to help keep it relaxed and fluid. But you can see how stable my hand looks. It's the same position. It's the same position with just a little bit of up and down movement or back and forth movement. So a fantastic little thing to practice, as I say, works on turning around, right? Being able to find all of these, that idea of placing a group of fingers as a unit, not walking them down one after another. And a great thing to see how fast you can get going. So let's zoom back out here. Hope you've enjoyed that. Fairly short episode, but hopefully useful. And I'll see you in February. See you in 2 weeks' time. Cheers.